All right, so first off, I mean, I just want to say thank you to everybody in the comments, Twitter, Instagram, emails, and stuff that reached out like on Saturday when all of this stuff was happening and just asked, hey, Untied, are you okay? How are you doing over there? I heard it's crazy. So yeah, I really appreciate that, and that's part of the reason I guess why I'm making this video now. Obviously, it's a lot different than my usual content, which is like sneakers and like streetwear and stuff like that, but I guess because my name is Untied Hawaii, that Hawaii aspect of the channel is always going to be there. So, yeah, what are we talking about today? We're talking about that false alarm missile scare, is what they're calling it, that happened to Hawaii on Saturday. So, this past Saturday, basically, I'll put the message right over here. But this is the text or like alert that was sent out to almost everybody in Hawaii. At like around 8:10 in the morning or so. Yeah, so first off, I mean, where was I and stuff? What was I doing? I was actually awake at that time, and I was on my way to go diving on the east side with a couple of my friends. So I picked a couple of them up, and are on our way to our other friend's house, who lives on that side, and about to pick him up when like all three of our phones went off pretty much at the same time in the car. I was driving obviously, so I didn't check mine, but the other two guys sitting next to me were saying, "Oh shit! Like, did you see this? Like, there's like a ballistic missile or something coming to Hawaii." And it says this is not a drill. This is for real. So instantly in my head, I'm like, okay, that's why you guys messing around like this early in the morning. Like it's not funny. There's a lot of tension obviously with North Korea right now, and it's just not cool. Like, why would you guys do that? Come on. So they were trying to look around on Google and stuff, and they seemed pretty panicked. So obviously, I was like, okay, this sounds like a concern. I didn't get to see what the alert looked like. Pulled over on the side of the road, took a look at my phone, got the same message, and instantly, like, wheels turning in my head, like, okay, what's going on? Is this real? And it didn't actually feel very real to me until, like, I got a call from my girlfriend who's freaking out. She's like, did you see that? Like, what should I do? Where are you? Things like that. So I told her, okay, calm down. It's probably fake. It can't be real. But yeah, honestly, in that situation, I'm not sure what else to say. Like if it's really happening, because we live in Honolulu, we pretty much be screwed. Like there's nowhere you can run for that kind of thing. We live on an island, like you don't have much options. So yeah, I don't know. That happened. Me and my friends still freaking out, not sure what to do, looking on our phones, calling. A lot of our family members are calling us and stuff. I think that was pretty like traumatic, to be honest. Like getting messages and stuff from my siblings and from my dad saying like, hey, you guys gotta, like, is that real? Like, you guys gotta go find safety and stay indoors and like stay in the bathroom, hide like between door frames or whatever it's supposed to be. And like it didn't feel real at all. Like not at one point did it feel like, holy, this is like really happening. And you know what? I think that comes from the fact that because it's such a surreal thing, and like it was like an ordinary day. There was nothing strange about that day. Bright and sunny, no rain. It just felt like any other day. You couldn't hear any like sirens going off. You couldn't see like any like smoke or like planes approaching, loud noises. It was just everything was the same. So that was weird. But at the same time, like when you see an alert like that sent by the government officials and stuff, it's like obviously you got to take it seriously. So the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, what if this did happen? We're pretty much screwed. Like there's nothing you can do. So I mean, waited it out, and you guys seen the reports and stuff. I'm not going to get into details of that, but it took 38 minutes or so before they actually sent out an official alert saying that there was no, like, it was just a drill. In the meantime, though, like, me and my friends were scrambling, looking on Google, looking on, like, Twitter, like, what's going on? And I think that was where, like, the rush comes in, where, like, the fear starts to kick in, because you start to see everybody else's reactions, and that's what really, like, started freaking me out. So that was kind of hard, like seeing on Twitter like, yo, is this real, from other guys in Hawaii, like on Facebook, like, did you anybody else get this alert? Where are you guys at? This is, what are we supposed to do? And it was just kind of crazy. I think a lot of people don't realize like how scary that threat can be until it like actually happens to you. I mean, thank God nothing happened, obviously. It was just a scare, but in the moment it didn't feel like a scare. That's the problem. That's the huge problem. and it was like, yeah, probably the most terrifying thing that's ever happened to me in my life. It doesn't help that your boy has like anxiety issues and stuff that, yeah, is like reoccurring. So that definitely added to like the scariness of the situation. But yeah, so there was that. But I don't know, like I guess talking to you guys, like the Ohana and whoever else is watching this, that's the important thing to realize. Like, it could be any day. Like, you never know. It could be anything can happen at any time, and that's the scary part, and that's the surreal part of it. Um, so you can be prepared to an extent, but when it hits you, like, there's no amount of like preparation you can make to like get your mind churning in the right direction. For Hawaii, I think the time of impact would be, it's calculated out because it can happen, is like 11 to 13 minutes or something before when it launches and how fast it could get to Hawaii. So 11 minutes, what the heck are you supposed to do in 11 minutes? You know, like, no matter what, you're going to try to double check, okay, is this real or not? Because you don't want it to be real. That's what your mind is saying. You don't want it to be real. So you check, you waste minutes there. You call your family members, which is technically not a waste, but in terms of you got to move and get to safety, that's more minutes away. So you can see how that all adds up, and eventually, like, you come out to realize, like, if it was to impact me in 3 minutes, I'm dead. Like, there's nothing I can do. And that's the gravity of the situation, and that's why when you see tweets and stuff from, like, people in power saying, okay, my nuke button is bigger than yours and stuff like that, like, it doesn't make you feel safer. It doesn't do anything like that. It makes you feel like the threat is very real. And it can happen. I mean, like, it shouldn't happen, but that's the world we live in. So, flash forward to like today and stuff. If you guys didn't know, I actually have a background in psychology and my master's is in counseling, so I'm a counselor. But yeah, anyway, like, I deal a lot with like mental health and stuff like that. So obviously, like, one of the first things I thought about after it happened, I was like, man, like, the state is gonna get sued out of their mind. Like, there's so much repercussions that happen from that one kind of incident. It was an accident or whatever, but like I said, it was real in the moment. So people were getting heart attacks, it said in the newspaper. Like, you guys see in the news reports, people were putting their kids into like the sewers. Guys were like scrambling all over, like trying to get like to safety and stuff, and it was just madness. But the ramifications that happen up here, that's another thing. Like, post-traumatic stress disorder and like just mental fatigue and stuff can be like very overwhelming for people. It can definitely mess them up, and it can get them very scared. The fact that a lot of kids have cell phone and access to that kind of content also is a huge thing. Like, kids were getting these things. Like, how are you supposed to talk to your kid or talk to your niece or nephew or, you know, your son or daughter, and just like explain to them, okay, it wasn't real, but at the time, like, if you see it, if you're like 10 years old and you say, okay, a missile's gonna come, that triggers things in your mind, like, I'm gonna die. Like, that's crazy. Like, nobody should be feeling like that, you know? That shouldn't be the world that we live in. So yeah, like, the fallout from that, I feel like, is the most disappointing. Obviously it was an accident, it was human error. The guy actually is getting death threats and stuff now, which it shouldn't be like that either. Mistakes happen or whatever, but it I don't know, man. It just brings a lot of stuff like up to front and center. I hope that's the main takeaway of this. You know, like, I want people to realize, like, it's real. It can happen. So be prepared. Create like response to it. Government officials need to take care of their actions. Our states and our cities need to be sure that we have like plans put in place so that if it is a false alarm or if it is real, like, you know exactly where to go and what to do. You don't need to sit there wondering, looking on freaking Twitter of all things, like, for the most accurate information. Like, Twitter is the one that got it before CNN, Fox News, local news. It shouldn't be like that. Like, how the heck did Twitter get out there first? That's nuts. But yeah, whatever. That's how it is. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. Like, how am I doing now? I'm doing fine. My relatives and stuff are doing fine. A lot of people were joking about it recently. Like, I've seen a lot of memes and stuff pop up about it. But again, from my background in like psych and stuff, I know that's just a defense mechanism. You hide in humor to kind of relieve stress and like help your body or help your mind acclimate to the like trauma of it. So yeah, it's funny to think about now, but like, for real, when you have your parents or you have your like family members calling you saying like, hey, I love you, like, be safe. I don't know what's gonna happen. That's like super real. So yeah, I don't know. Just be appreciative. That's why I tell you guys in every single ending: stay humble, take care, stay blessed. Just because it's a real thing, you know. Like value your time and stuff, and you know. But yeah, so that's how that happened. It was ridiculous. I'm not a fan of it. I mean, it is what it is. It's in the past. It could have been devastating if it was real, but thank God it wasn't. So still here, still doing okay. And I mean, yeah, I don't know. Just I don't know. Anyway, see, this is what I mean, like using humor and stuff to kind of lower the tension. See, it's psychology, guys. It's science. So anyway, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Take care, stay humble, stay blessed, I guess. I'll see you guys next time though, and it won't be as somber of a topic, and hopefully we're back on shoes and sneakers and things that make people smile. So appreciate all you guys again that took the time out to say what's up and like to actually care about the situation, you know. Like a lot of times Hawaii's put on the back burner because we're so far away, it doesn't even feel like we're part of the US. So I appreciate you guys looking out and stuff. Like, thank you guys for that. Hawaii's awesome, and yeah, we're still here. So take care, stay humble, stay blessed. I'll see you guys next time. Untied Hawaii here. Aloha. Shoots.